Have you ever been in a situation where someone you cared about suddenly stopped speaking to you? No explanation, no argument, just silence. If your answer is yes, then you have experienced a silent treatment. But do you know that the silent treatment can be more than just an annoying habit? That it can be a powerful and damaging tool, particularly when it comes from a narcissist? Today, we are going to dive deep into the subject. Now, this isn't just about the occasional silence when someone needs space. No, we are going to focus on when a narcissist uses it as a weapon, a method of control, and a source of immense pain, and how we can deal with it. Now, before we get into it, welcome to my channel called Toxicity is Not Your Destiny, where I help people to navigate toxic relationships in their lives from a biblical, practical, and spiritual perspective. I do upload videos every week, so if you'd like to receive regular content from me, click that subscribe button and click the bell so that you can be the first to know every time I upload a video. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the subject. It's important to know that narcissists aren't just people who are a little too selfish or a little too proud. These are people who chronically seek attention and admiration, who feel superior, who lack empathy, who are jealous of others, and who use people for their own benefit. Now, you might be wondering, how does silence fit into all of this? Well, let me tell you, when it comes from a narcissist, the silent treatment isn't just silence, it is a full-blown psychological attack. What drives a narcissist to employ this toxic tactic? Well, let's talk about the differences between the motivations behind a narcissist silent treatment and the motivations behind non-narcissistic people. When it comes to a narcissist, it all boils down to their insatiable thirst for control. Narcissists crave power over others, and the silent treatment becomes their ultimate tool to exert dominance. By withholding communication and emotional connection, a narcissist holds the reins, making people dance to their manipulative tune. Punishment is another key motivator for narcissists. When a narcissist feels slighted or when someone dares to challenge their authority, they use the silent treatment as a form of retaliation. It becomes their way of saying, you have crossed the line and now you will pay. A narcissist revels in seeing other people squirm. They love seeing people desperately trying to get their attention and their approval. They love to see people groveling at their feet. Now, manipulation is at the core of a narcissist being. They thrive on controlling emotions, and the silent treatment becomes a masterstroke in their manipulative playbook. It really becomes their way of keeping people on edge, questioning their worth, and playing right into their hands. A narcissist also knows that people have a longing for connection and closure, so they use the silent treatment to make people bend to their desires. Avoidance becomes another motivation for narcissists, although not in a healthy sense. A narcissist uses the silent treatment as an escape hatch when they're faced with uncomfortable emotions or difficult conversations. Instead of confronting issues head on, a narcissist buries them beneath a veil of silence. It really becomes their cowardly way of avoiding accountability and responsibility. Power also becomes the lifeblood of a narcissist, and the silent treatment fuels their thirst for dominance. So when a narcissist withdraws their presence, their attention, their affection, they really gain an upper hand in the relationship. That's what they're trying to do, and they revel in this imbalance of power. Narcissists relish the fact that people start to question themselves during the silent treatment and feel insecure and start looking for approval and validation from the narcissist. When it comes to non-narcissistic individuals, their motivations behind their silent treatment are quite different. For example, they may need space to process their thoughts and emotions. For a non-narcissistic person, the silent treatment may be their way of taking time alone to find clarity and come to a place of peace within themselves before communicating again. Another common motivation is conflict avoidance. Some people choose silence to prevent arguments or to avoid confrontation or escalating a contentious issue. They may use a silent treatment to step back from the situation temporarily in hopes of finding a more constructive resolution later on. Some people might resort to the silent treatment because they find it challenging to articulate their emotions verbally. So certainly the motivations for a non-narcissistic person to resort to the silent treatment are quite different from those of a narcissist. So how do we handle the silent treatment from a narcissist? It's really a difficult and painful experience, but there are 5 key ways that can help us to navigate this challenging situation. So let's get into that. The first step is to, number 1, acknowledge our feelings. The silent treatment can trigger a whirlwind of emotions within us, frustration maybe, or loneliness and confusion. It's important to understand that these emotions are completely valid and normal. We must allow ourselves to feel them without judgment. The Bible has a beautiful verse that says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." God is with us in our pain, and He will bring healing and restoration if we turn to Him. Next, number 2, we need to know our worth and identity in God. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, created in the image of God Himself. When the narcissist attempts to diminish our value through their silence, we must remember that our worth is not defined by their opinions or actions. Instead, it's important to find our true worth in God's unchanging love and acceptance of us. Number 3, finding our strength in God is also crucial in navigating the silent treatment from a narcissist. Unlike the shifting shadows of a narcissist's behavior, God is constant and steadfast. He never changes, and He will never leave us nor forsake us. We can truly place our hope and our trust in Him, knowing that He is stable like a rock, and He will provide us with the strength and courage to rise above the pain and the manipulation. Number 4, guarding our hearts is another essential aspect. The Bible teaches us to guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Recognizing that a narcissist is not emotionally safe, and their use of the silent treatment as a psychological attack can be damaging, it's important to prioritize our emotional well-being by disengaging emotionally from them. While this may be difficult, especially if it's someone close to us, we can still love them from afar and wish them the best while safeguarding our hearts. And finally, number 5, it is vital to find other interests and hobbies and pursuits that bring us joy and fulfillment. When the narcissist gives us the silent treatment and refuses to communicate, we don't have to let them have all the power. We can take control of our lives and focus on our personal growth. If a narcissist refuses to engage in respectful and open dialogue with you, you can calmly say, "When you're ready to have a respectful and open conversation, I'll be here. In the meantime, I will be focusing on my own personal growth and interests and well-being." Or you can say something along those lines. And this empowers us to redirect our energy towards activities that can bring us joy and fulfillment. Letting go of the need for validation from the narcissist is also crucial. Seeking validation from someone who consistently uses a silent treatment as a manipulative tactic is pretty futile. Remember, your worth and identity are not determined by the opinions or actions of a narcissist. They really are defined by the unwavering love and acceptance of God. If you find yourself suffering from the pain of the silent treatment inflicted by a narcissist, take heart in the knowledge that there is hope. You're not alone in this journey. And if you invite God to be in the driver's seat of your life, He will be with you every step of the way. Your experiences and emotions are recognized and understood by Him. And remember that your worth and identity are rooted in the unchanging love and acceptance of God. So I would just encourage you to seek refuge in God's presence, find strength in God's promises, cast your cares upon Him, and rely on His unwavering faithfulness. As you fix your eyes on Him, you can find healing and restoration and a future that is filled with hope. Now, shifting gears, are you in a season of transition? If so, check out a free training that I have put together. It is all about 3 key ways to navigate a transition. These are things that brought a massive breakthrough in my life when I was going through a difficult transition. I have included the link in the description box. If you'd like to see more content from me, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell so that you can be notified every time I post a video. And this brings me to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.